how's that affected by quantum computing? Is it still as locked in or not?
Well, the biggest challenge with quantum computing is security.
Right.
Right.
So can it? Blockchain is much more than 256.
If you have blockchains that use mining to mine and solve these cryptographic problems, you're pretty much stuffed within 2 years. But the great thing is,
you're pretty much stuffed within 2 years. If you're, as far as mining, that makes me wonder, who created this Bitcoin thing? Because it's not the one. It never was. XRP is the one. The mining is the disaster, and it's just a matter of time.
Is that it's software, and so it emerges, and a new version's released. And they can develop new technology to make it resistant to a quantum computing attack.
So would in the United States, if we decided to go to digital currency, part of the idea of cryptocurrency is I have freedom, and it's not used politically per se. It's not controlled. It's a limited amount. I mean, it is the gold standard digitally, and it frees me up from the governments of the world. I can take it wherever I want. I can spend it however I want.
Yeah.
If the United States does digital currency, it doesn't change anything from fiat currencies because they can change the value, and is there an appetite? I don't see people in Washington as real cutting edge. I mean, you talk to them about Bitcoin, and they probably still don't know much about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Is that a possibility that we are moving in that direction?
I believe it's inevitable that we do. So the difference is when you have, and let's take, for example, the Bitcoin blockchain, its own monetary policy is a math equation. It's predetermined and cannot be changed. That's the beauty of it.
So does it remain?
Well, most blockchains, the monetary policy of most blockchains are basically immutable. They're written into the code and cannot be modified. In the case of the digital renminbi, and let's call it FedCoin or the EUS dollar or something, the central government would still control that monetary policy. And the reason I think it's inevitable is that governments are highly incentivized to do it because the thing with Bitcoin is they're not anonymous transactions. It's an immutable database, an immutable ledger. You can see exactly which transaction you made on any given day. And from the beginning of time. So no transaction is secret whatsoever. But isn't that attractive for a government?
Religious people would call that the mark of the beast.
Right.
Where you cannot buy, sell without being known, no secrets, all open and controlled by a central power that can find you, track you, do all of it. I mean, all the things that I remember as a kid being raised in a religious school that was crazy. That'll never happen. It's all here. That's what this is.
It is happening. It is happening. And if you think about just something as simple as taxation.
Yeah.
Right? If we had every transaction on Federal Reserve controlled blockchain technology, no transaction would go untaxed. What would that do to tax revenues?
Might get
if
rid
everybody
of the IRS.
just paid what they were supposed to pay. No money to be exchanged and behind closed doors. Yeah, it would just be automatic. So that incentive, that's a powerful incentive for us to migrate towards a digital currency model.